you didn't rest, you escaped. And your brain knows the difference. If you've ever spent an entire day doing nothing, scrolling through your phone, watching videos, lying in bed, and still ended the day feeling completely drained, you're not crazy. And you're not lazy either, but you also weren't truly resting. What feels like doing nothing is often one of the most mentally exhausting things you can do. Just because your body is still doesn't mean your brain stopped working. Your brain is one of the most energy-hungry organs in your body. Even when you're lying down, it's running simulations, replaying conversations, predicting future problems, analyzing your life. You call it relaxing. Your brain calls it processing. And processing burns energy. Then there's decision fatigue. Even on a so-called lazy day, you're making hundreds of small decisions. Scroll or stop, reply or ignore, watch this or that, order food or cook, click or skip. Each tiny choice consumes mental energy. Individually, they feel harmless, but together they drain your cognitive reserves. By the end of the day, you feel exhausted, not because you worked hard, but because your brain never stopped choosing. Another hidden drain is unfinished tasks. Your brain hates open loops. That message you didn't reply to, that goal you keep postponing, that task you've been avoiding for weeks. Even while you're relaxing, your mind keeps those tabs open in the background. It creates a subtle cognitive tension that never fully shuts off. You're physically resting, but mentally you're carrying unfinished business. That tension feels like tiredness. And then there's dopamine overstimulation. Scrolling feels like rest, but neurologically it's not. Every swipe delivers a small dopamine spike, a new video, a new post, a new notification. Your brain enters a constant state of micro-reward seeking. After hours of that stimulation, your reward system becomes dulled. Normal activities feel boring. Motivation drops. Low motivation combined with overstimulation creates a heavy, foggy exhaustion. You're not physically tired, you're neurologically overloaded. Emotional effort plays a role too. Sometimes you're not drained because of what you did. You're drained because of what you're holding in, suppressing frustration, ignoring anxiety, avoiding difficult thoughts, trying not to feel certain emotions. Emotional regulation requires energy. Even if you're alone, managing your internal world is work, and that invisible work adds up. There's also something happening in your brain when you're not focused on an external task. It switches to what neuroscientists call the default mode network. This network activates when you're daydreaming, self-reflecting, or thinking about the past and future. It's important for creativity and self-awareness. But if it turns into constant rumination, replaying mistakes, worrying about tomorrow, overanalyzing yourself, it becomes draining. You may look relaxed on the outside, but internally your mind is running nonstop. And yes, sleep quality matters. Spending 8 hours in bed doesn't guarantee restoration. Stress, irregular sleep times, and screen exposure before bed reduce deep sleep and REM sleep, the stages that actually repair your brain. So you wake up mentally fatigued, even if you technically slept enough. Then you stimulate your brain all day with scrolling, which prevents real recovery. The cycle repeats. Here's the hard truth. Doing nothing is not the same as resting. Escape is not recovery. Distraction is not restoration. Real rest reduces stimulation. It closes mental loops. It allows emotional release. It gives your brain space instead of noise. If you constantly feel tired after lazy days, it doesn't mean you lack discipline. It likely means your brain is overloaded, overstimulated, and mentally cluttered. Until you understand the difference between stimulation and rest, you'll keep mistaking one for the other. You're not lazy, but you might be mentally exhausted in ways you don't recognize. And once you see that clearly, you can finally start resting in a way that actually restores you.